Geralt, look!
The time of the sword and axe approaches. The time of the white frost and white light. The time of madness and disdain. Today writ the final age. The world will perish amidst ice and be reborn with the new sun. Reborn of elder blood, of hen Iker, of a planted seed. A seed that will not sprout but burst into flames.
Ithlinne's prophecy tells of the end of the world, destroyed by an ice age. All will die except the elves, which will be saved by an offspring of elder blood. Elder blood, also known as hen Iker, is a prize many hope to control. Specifically, it is a bloodline to Lara Dorren, an on-ale elf and the first known source, which is a person born with natural magical abilities which are difficult to control. This powerful magical affinity would often trigger during stressful situations and lead to sudden outbursts of unpredictable and uncontrollable power. Pavetta Fiona Ellen was the daughter of Queen Calanthe and King Rogner of Ebbing. She was a source and contained the elder blood, descending from Lara Dorren on her mother's side. Princess Pavetta was also a lonesome child, preferring to read poetry and listen to music. Challenging her mother's attempts to get her to socialise, she would often sneak off to read. During one of these occasions, she was surprised when her way came a creature, an armoured body of a human with the head of a hedgehog, reciting poetry to her by heart. Gaining her trust, the couple met repeatedly over several weeks, until eventually the hedgehog being persuaded Pavetta to meet him after dark one night. On this night, to Pavetta's astonishment, at the stroke of midnight, the hedgehog being transformed into a handsome young man. He introduced himself as Dunny, Urcheon of Erlenwald, although he was known to others as Emir var Emreis, heir to the throne of the Nilfgaard Empire. Many years prior to this meeting, the throne of Nilfgaard was overthrown by the usurper. Emir was cursed by the maid Brathans into the hedgehog being and banished from Nilfgaard, where he created the alias Dunny, Urcheon of Erlenwald, for his own protection and fled north. During his roaming of Sintra's forest during this time, he came across a wounded and helpless king, King Rogner, Pavetta's soon-to-be father. Having saved the wounded king's life, he enacted the Law of Surprise, a law which grants a prize that is unknown to one or both parties. By the Law of Surprise, I claim that which you find but did not expect when you return home. When King Rogner returned home, he was surprised to find Queen Calanthe pregnant with his daughter, Pavetta. Word got to Calanthe about Pavetta's meeting with the hedgehog being, and so on Pavetta's 15th birthday, Calanthe held a feast for potential suitors for the hand of Pavetta. She also invited Geralt of Rivia to deter the hedgehog being and keep things civil. Many arrived at this feast, a young Croton-Crate accompanied by East Tersac, Malsac, also known as Ermion, and Drake Bondu. It was clear Calanthe wanted an alliance with Skellige through marriage. Prince Wilhelm of Atra was also present, accompanied by Rainfarn. All was going well until a helmeted knight arrived claiming to be Dunny, Urcheon of Erlenwald, and claiming the hand of Pavetta through the Law of Surprise for saving King Rogner's life. Calanthe acknowledged this, but refused to give her daughter to a stranger, and proceeded to trick Dunny to reveal his hedgehog face by ringing the midnight bell before its time. Satisfied Pavetta wouldn't accept this monster, Calanthe stated the law was void, but to her astonishment, Pavetta stated she would marry him. This caused an uproar amongst the guests, and other suitors tried to attack Dunny. Geralt of Rivia and East Tersac defended Dunny from these attacks, Geralt personally stopping Rainfarn's dagger from connecting. But suddenly Pavetta erupted with an uncontrollable magical force, incapacitating many.
I can't! You must stop! Please!
Eventually distracted, Geralt and Malsac, Ermion, calmed her down, whereby she and Dunny explained to all that they'd been seeing each other for a year and had fallen in love. Calanthe then agreed to their marriage, unknowingly breaking Emir's curse. At this point, Emir, still under the alias of Dunny, offered Geralt anything for saving his life from Rainfarn's blade. Geralt enacted his own law of surprise, saying, "That which you already have but do not know." It was then revealed that Pavetta was pregnant with Dunni's child. This child was Ciri, and she would be a source and contain elder blood. And as Ithleen's prophecy claimed, she would be the offspring of elder blood. Pavetta's death was a tragic affair. A year later, when Ciri was born, the sorcerer Vilgefortz became an ally of Dunni, knowing his true identity as Emhyr var Emreis. And so it could be said that Emhyr var Emreis once loved Pavetta. However, Vilgefortz disclosed the prophecy to Dunni, and from this point on, the prophecy is all he cared about. And Dunni decided he wanted himself, Pavetta and Ciri to return to Nilfgaard, but due to Callant's watchful eye, a ploy was created instead. Vilgefortz would sink the ship the three of them were on and teleport them all to safety to Nilfgaard, faking their deaths. Pavetta discovered her husband's plot and smuggled Ciri out of the ship. When Dunni discovered this, the pair argued and Pavetta was pushed overboard and drowned at sea. Vilgefortz continued with the plan, sinking the ship and teleporting Emhyr var Emreis safely away. Dunni, Urcheon of Erlenwald and Pavetta Fiona Ellen both died that night, and Ciri, the child of prophecy, remained in Sintra.